Hey guys, Portia here, and today I am working in Canva Pro on a design for a 30-ounce skinny tumbler, and this will be straight. I'm not dealing with tapered no more in my life if I ain't gotta. So let's go ahead and kick it off with create a design, and we're going to change the pixels into inches. Now, per the manufacturer, this particular tumbler is 9.8 inches in width, and it is 10 inches high. And so we're going to hit create design. Now, I want to do a design that's kind of focused around the colors red and black, because I realize that's something, or those are the colors that I do not use too often. So we are going to start at our very foundation, and we're going to go to elements, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in red smoke isolated. Oops, if I can spell it right. All right, so this is what I am looking for here. So this is going to be in our very background. I think I want to, I want to stretch it. So yeah, I'll just let that hang out in the back. All right, cool beans. So the next element that I want to go ahead and bring in, so we're going to remain on the elements tag over here. I'm going to get the red smoke out of there, and I am going to type in painted stripes and pattern, but except pattern only has one T in it because this is the way the designer made it. And the very first one that pops up is this set of stripes here. Now, the thing about these stripes, if we click on info here, it'll show us that it is a seamless pattern, which is kind of dope, right? So I am going to try to make this a seamless pattern. It may or may not work, but hey, it is always fun to try, right? So we're just going to stretch this on out, and like I said, I'm dealing with black and red here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and change my stripes to black, and that's dope. So technically, when I get to the point of actually putting this design on a tumbler, which I will do in another video, but when I get to that point, the left and right side should match up. We gonna find out together though, y'all. All right, so we got our stripes in place. So the next element, so we're gonna remain on this tab here, that I wanna add is, what is that? Rows and leaves. So when I was younger, the very first thing that I learned how to draw was roses, and I kind of like had a fixation with them for years, and I got really good at it, but I realized that I did not have a tumbler that like represented that. So I thought, you know, since I got this really dumb big tumbler, why not put some of my favorite elements on there, which is a red rose. Now, of course, this rose does not match the design aesthetic that we're going for today. So let's go ahead and switch up those colors. So I definitely want to keep the, no, I want the stripes to be black, or the lines to be black. There we go. I want the rose itself to be red, okay? And then the leaves, I want to make those green, if I can find a good green. You know what, we'll roll with that. That's cool. So I want these leaves, well, rather these roses, and when I say these, that means I got to duplicate them. I want it to kind of like fall in various sizes all across our design here. And I'm gonna keep duplicating this until I, you know, kind of have it all in place. Now, what I am not going to do is bring my roses over here, because I want to create a seamless design. So I'll bring it to the edge just a wee bit, but I am going to try to get these two sides to connect when it's time to actually put our work into action. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to duplicate and flip and rotate and all that good stuff until I have as many roses as I think is aesthetically pleasing. And then when I get back, we'll move on to the next step. All right, I think I have fussed with this enough. So I didn't add too many roses, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I got full coverage. And, you know, I might continue to play with the roses, the placement a little bit. But what I do have to remember, this is eventually going to wrap around. So where it may look like there's too many in one spot, you're really not going to see that because you're not really looking at it flat. We're going to be looking at it in a round. So the next thing I want to do is add in some words. So because we have the benefit in this design of, let's see, the stripes here, I want to add some words in the white area. So you kind of notice here I left some space open, and I think I want to use this line here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh well. Okay, so we'll use this line here, the third line, the third white line from the top. I want to place some words there, and I'm just going to go over to the text tab and say add a heading, and then I have down here in my notes, it just says Rose the day away, and we're going to copy, gonna go ahead and paste that in there. And I want to play with this text a little bit, so let's place it on that line. So of course I could leave the words plain like this, but that's not what I do. There is a text that I like, and so we're going to go up here and we're going to type in, is it already over here? No, sometimes they are saved there if I've used them recently, but the name of the text is, and what is it? Antish busy. Here we go. And I like it because it is really wispy, so to speak, if that's the right word. But I am definitely a little bit concerned about like it kind of getting lost in the design. So what I am going to do is add some effects. So I'm going to go up here to the effects link, and first off I want to put a shadow here, and the shadow automatically comes in the color of whatever words you've selected, and not the color of the words, but your default, whatever that is. And my default here was black. So I'm going to go to color, and I want to change that white. So I know we're already on a white background, but if you put the white shadow behind black words, it's going to stand out when it bumps into the other black and the red and all that other stuff. So first off, let's go ahead and change the transparency because I want the white to really pop out and come through. And then we're going to make this a little bit larger so we can see our work as we're working. So now you can see that the shadow pretty much cuts through the smoke in the background. You know, we got the green there, and it's going to cut through the red and all that good stuff. So let's make this a little bit bigger. All right, so we got our transparency turned all the way up. The next thing I want to mess with is the offset, and we can change the direction. And of course, that's like with this particular design, if we go to 100, that looks stupid. I want to make it just a little bit of an offset, and let's see, let's bring it in just a little bit here. All right, so I put the offset at 39. I think that looks decent. Now let's mess with the direction of the offset. So that's up, down, left, right, forwards, back, all that good stuff. And I am going to change this to about there. I think that looks decent. And let's see here, blur, I'm not going to even mess with that. We're going to leave that alone. So if we did that, that will create the blur. But in this particular design, that gets lost. So we're going to pull that all the way back. Transparency is already at 100, so we're good there. So I'm going to bring this back out so we can take a look. All right, so Rose the day away, and remember we're going to this is going to end up wrapping around, so we'll be able to read it. Now one thing is, you definitely could have placed this like on its side and closer to the edge. Oops, if I can pick it up. It could have been over here or something like that, but that's not really what I was looking for. So let's keep it centered. Make sure that it's straight. And so it'll just nestle right there, and it'll be in the middle. All right, so I like the placement here. I like the roses falling. I think we're fine. Remember, I tried to not touch the edge with our roses. So what I am going to do, I'm done with this design. It was pretty simple and straightforward. I hope you guys, were able to follow along. Let me know in the comments if you got any questions. But what I am going to do next is actually put this into action, but I'm going to do that in a follow-up video. So my follow-up video, what I like to do is do the sublimation, but I always like to add some glitter, some bling, and I finish it off with some resin to preserve our design. But yeah, guys, this is all I have for you today. If you got any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. I hope you liked my striped and rose design for a 30-ounce tumbler. But as always, guys, until next time, peace.